Good morning and happy Thursday. This is Anthony Special with Hawkeye Traders. I hope everyone is having a spectacular week so far. I'm excited about today. I'm excited about what's going to happen later on this afternoon. I'm going live for the very first time, and I hope you guys can make it, but we'll talk about that in a minute. First things first, before we jump into today, we need to just share with you that everything we share today is for educational and informational purposes only. While our indicators will teach you the market, we're just here to show you how. All right, with that, let's jump in. So guys, the past couple days I was talking about multiple time frames. I'm talking about how I trade. I trade on position trading, which consists of weeks to months, swing trading, which consists of days to weeks, and then day trading, which consists of what's called day trading. In and out typically in the same day, very unlikely that a position holds overnight into the next day. So I want to share with you the power of Hawkeye Roadkill. Now, what is Roadkill? Roadkill is what gives me the ability to see multiple time frames on just one chart. Now, guys, there's no other indicator package out there that offers this, and I'm going to show you just how important this is. It's going to tell me what's happening on the time frame I'm trading. It's going to help tell me what's happening on the two time frames that I'm analyzing at the same time. How powerful is it to know if you're trading on a day chart at 3 minutes, what's happening on a 6 and 12-minute chart on the exact same chart? Doesn't that give you the opportunity to go, wow, I can qualify my trade on 3 time frames by looking at one chart? That to me is the most valuable thing. So guys, today we're going to focus on how do we qualify our entry. And then what we'll do from there is how do we manage our entry once we found the perfect trade, once it looks like it makes sense, once we're in it to win it, how do we manage it? But for today, I want to talk about the entry. All right? Let me jump in and I want to show you what my roadkills look like. I want to zoom in on them so you know what the bottom of my chart looks like. Let's take a peek. So this here, guys, is my position trading roadkill setup. Now, position trading for me means weeks to months, meaning a long period of time. I'm in this to take a big move. I want to capture a large potential. So let's just analyze this line by line. So on the very top here, we have the Hawkeye volume. Volume is telling me in 300 calculations per bar who has control of the market. Buyers, sellers, or neutral, meaning there is no defined control. The next line, we're going to look down at is the Hawkeye Roadkill. Now, this Hawkeye Roadkill is actually observing the chart I'm looking at. So this would be on a daily chart. This Roadkill is telling me where my entry is, what the trend is, and what the volume is. And the line just below that is telling me what the heat map is. So if I get a nice clean entry, if I have a clean, look all the way to the right here, we have a short position there. We have a clean entry. On a higher time frame, now we're looking at the third row down there, the higher roadkill, day 2. So what's happening in the center roadkill here? This center roadkill is calculating based on 2 days worth of data. So I'm looking at a 1-day chart, and now I'm calculating 2 days worth of data. So on my second roadkill, I am calculating an entry, a higher time frame, roadkill volume entry. I'm calculating the trend, I'm calculating the volume. Picture perfect, right? Beautiful. Now I go all the way to the bottom, the last roadkill. What is that roadkill doing? That roadkill is analyzing 4 days on one chart. So that bottom roadkill tells me what is the aggregate volume, trend, and potential on 4 days while I'm looking at a 1-day chart. So when I get this nice setup here, I have a red trend entry on my current time frame. I have supporting volume, supporting trend, supporting heat map. Now I go to my next time frame, which is 2 days. I have a volume roadkill magenta dot there. Tells me that there is consistency on my 2-day analysis. I have consistency in trend. I have consistency in volume. Perfect. I look down at my highest time frame, my 4-day roadkill. My 4-day roadkill tells me that I have a volume roadkill dot there. That tells me that magenta dot tells me that there is consistency building in at that very same time. My trend is neutral, and that's okay. Why is that okay? Because remember, I'm looking now 4 days out. It's okay for the trend to lag a little bit. That's typical. What I'm most concerned with is the volume. I have supporting volume. When I get that setup, that double dot, higher time frame entry, confluence of trend, confluence of volume, confluence gives me the key to my entry. When I have that, I know that I can take that position with confidence that I've stacked the odds in my favor. Now let's move on to the next time frame. So guys, I told you when I swing trade, when I'm more of a days to maybe a week or two, days to weeks, not weeks to months. Same thing. Guys, I use a 240-minute chart. So on the top line, we're looking at volume. The first roadkill, we're looking at what's analyzing a 240 chart. Then we're looking at the heat map analyzing a 240 chart. Then we're looking at the next higher time frame, times 2. So it's a 480-minute chart. So that's an 8-hour chart. So we went from a 4-hour to an 8-hour. My third highest time frame is another duplicate of the previous time frame. So a 960. That's a 16-hour chart. Take a look all the way to the right here. What do we have? We have trend entry. We have supporting trend, supporting volume, supporting heat map, higher time frame volume, higher time frame roadkill, confluency. We have higher time frame trend and volume. On the lowest or slowest roadkill, what are we looking at? We have the same thing we saw in the picture before. We have a roadkill volume dot, magenta dot. We have neutral trend, meaning that it's not opposing, and that's important, and we have supporting volume. Guys, this is what the right setup looks like when that comes into place. This is my swing trading setup. So it's a 4-hour, 8-hour, 16-hour analysis. 3 time frames. Let's jump into what the day trading chart looks like. So when I day trade on a 3-minute chart. So what do you think after 3 minutes I look at on my second time frame? A 6-minute chart. What do you think I look on my highest time frame? A 12-minute chart. So just like the others, we have volume on top. Our first indicator is the roadkill reflecting the chart we're looking at, which is a 3-minute chart. Then we have our heat map. Our heat map is telling us, taking the temperature of the market, what's happening right now. Then we have on our 6-minute roadkill, we have a 6-minute dot, roadkill dot, volume roadkill dot, that supports the trend entry. And then we have our 12-minute roadkill dot with trend and volume that all support the entry. So once those 3 came into place, we have nothing opposing. We know that we're taking a trade that is most likely favored in our odds. The chips are on our side of the table here. And that's so important because we want to be able to take trades that are profitable. We want to be able to take trades that are consistently profitable. That's the goal here. The goal here is to qualify. And when that all transpires, we know with confidence we have an entry. Now, guys, that's just part of the picture. Getting into the trade is just part of the game. Now you have to manage it. Today we're going to talk about entries. Moving forward, we're going to talk about how we manage those trades as we get into them. But this is such an important tool that Hawkeye offers that so many other indicators don't. I don't know of any other indicator package out there that exists today that on one chart I can look at 3 time frames. I can see what 3 time frames are doing on just one chart. You know how simple this makes trading for me? It gives me all the tools I need at a glance. That's why I spend such a little bit amount of time trading every week, because I don't need to. I don't need to spend hours on end looking at 50 charts. I can run through my scanner and go, here's the opportunity, time to jump in, or nothing to do, I'm going to go out and have a good day today. So guys, that's what I want. With the right tools, the idea is to free you from being stuck in front of the computer and give you the opportunity to make tons and tons of money. Now, guys, I want to share this with you. And don't take this as an insult, because it's not. When I tell you to fail harder, I want you to fail. It's not that I encourage you to fail. I encourage you to learn from your failure. If we just dab in life, I touched the burner, it was a little warm. Listen, maybe you didn't learn to not touch that burner again. I grabbed the knife and I cut my hand. You know what? I didn't need stitches this time. You almost feel like your little failures don't matter. And when I say fail harder, I mean every failure has to be a learning lesson. Every single one. Doesn't matter how big or how small. When you fail at something, there's an opportunity to learn. There's an opportunity to do it better the next time. There's an opportunity not to let it happen again. Whether it's burning your hand, cutting your hand, or taking a bad trade, it doesn't matter. There's an opportunity to learn. Adversity creates opportunity. Pain and suffering creates opportunity. Guys, I can't tell you enough how important it is to just not dabble your way through life. If you have to fail to learn, then fail hard, learn, and move forward. That's my recommendation. That's what I have done. I have made huge mistakes in my life, and I've paid the price for them. But I'll tell you something. I don't make the same mistake twice. The first time it's a mistake. The second time, it's a choice. So to avoid that, when I fail, and I fail hard, I learn. And with that process, I learn not to do it a second time, because I learn not to make the choice. And that's what I want to share with you guys today. Now listen, I've been telling you guys this for weeks. You're probably tired of hearing about it, but today is the first live event that I am ever hosting ever. Other than being in the live room with Randy, I have never done a live invited event before. I'm a little nervous, so bear with me, because this is certainly all new to me. But with that, I want to share with you my trading journey. I want to share with you my methodology. I want to share with you what I've created for myself and my family. Guys, I've failed so many times that I have this innate ability to learn and to share my experience with other people. And I think that's just a gift that I've been given, is to pay it forward. So with that, if you have time today, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I know there's no way you didn't get an email from either me personally, Randy, Dustin, Ross, Big Energy Profits, Insider Report, PVA, Hawkeye. At some point you got an email from me and my team and my guys. We have all worked tirelessly to be able to put this together, to share with you guys. It's been probably one of the most amazing and humbling experiences of my life. Maybe some of the hardest work I've ever done in my life, but it's all worth it. It's all worth it to be able to give and share with, what I've been so blessed with, and has really changed my life. It has changed my future. It has really recreated who I am today, and where and who I'll be tomorrow. Some of I come from a very blue collar family. Tragedy had struck. My mom had died young of cancer, and that was the tipping point in my life that I knew I had to do something different. And that's when I was determined. It didn't matter what the cost or the pain or the suffering was, or the sleepless nights or the anxiety or the depression, whatever you want to call it. I knew that I needed to do something different, and that something different was to be a trader. That something different was to be able to provide for myself no matter what was happening. I mean, guys, through this pandemic, I have made a ton of money. Years leading into this pandemic, I have made a ton of money. And all that money has come from trading, and I want to share that with you, because it changes everything about your life. It changes your stability. It changes your focus. It changes your freedom. I mean, guys, you know how powerful it is to not ever have to answer to anybody, because you're okay. You don't need. You don't ever need to feel like you have to rely on somebody else to provide for you, because you have the ability to provide for yourself. And it's just a special feeling. It's a humbling feeling. Guys, putting all the money aside, I don't even care about the money. I care about the freedom. I care about being able to make the right choices for myself, for my wife, for our children, our family, our future. That's what's most important to me. It was never about the money, and I always tell people when I ask them, what's your why? Why do you want to trade? And the first thing that comes out of most people's mouth is, well, I want the money. Listen, your why has to be greater than the money. My why has always been greater than the money. My why has been for time, for freedom. So now that I have those things, it's just, I want to share that because it's something that most people never get to achieve. And if I can help you get a little bit closer, it's worth it to me. It was worth all this time and effort and years of to get to where Big Energy Profits is sitting today. And today we go live at 1 p.m. So guys, please check your emails. I know you got something from one of us. Just log in, register for the event. I hope you can make it. If you can't, I am certain we are going to record it and send it back out because I just know that the demand for this and building into it has just been crazy. So, with that, I will wrap up for today. If you need us, feel free to call us. You can call my specialist, my customer service specialist, Jordan, 888-233-8598. You can visit us anytime, of course, at HawkeyeTraders.com, and always feel free to email us, team1@HawkeyeTraders.com. The email will get to me if it's addressed directly to me, and I will absolutely respond. I would like to answer any questions, comments, or concerns that any of you might have. Guys, if you're not already using Hawkeye, if you're not already experiencing the inner circle, if you're not already experiencing the weekly trainings that Randy has put on for all these years and that I'm now working with him on, he and I work great together. Randy and I have spent some time together down in Florida. We've learned from each other. We've shared things with each other. He's just a super, super guy. One of the smartest people I know. Make sure you're taking full advantage of the tools that you've become part of having. If you're not, make sure you're getting involved in the training. Make sure you're going in the back office and watching the videos. There's so much to learn, but we're here to help you with that learning curve to make it easier. If you're not using Hawkeye, if you're not part of our Hawkeye family yet, it's okay. Guys, click the link below. You're going to watch a webinar called V-Swarm, and Dustin's going to walk you through the power of how we use volume to predict market moves. They don't have to be huge moves. You can see little base hits. You could get into position trading, swing trading, day trading, whatever you want. The versatility that I've been showing you with Hawkeye is that you can trade on any level, at any scale that best suits you. And that's what's so powerful here. That we have a product that anybody can use, and it adds value to anybody's trading plan. So click the link below, check out the webinar. Like I said, questions, comments, concerns, shoot me an email. I will directly respond to you, I promise. With that, have a great day, have a blessed day, have a profitable day, and I hope to see you at 1 o'clock for my very first live event. Guys, I'm nervous, but I'm excited at the same time, and I hope you can be there. All right? I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.